The next RPO that we're going to talk about is a glance route on the front side of a power scheme. And this is something Oregon did quite a bit in 2019. In this example, they did it out of a 2x2 wing formation. And what we're going to get here on the backside is a pre-snap bubble, which is great versus any too-high look. Because if you're getting a too-high safety look, you're either going to have an easy bubble with a safety past 10 yards, and then it becomes 2-on-1 with the H and the Z versus the corner, or you're going to get the will linebacker out of the box to defend the bubble. Either way, you're going to have a great run or a great easy RPO that's a free access bubble. Now, that's not what you get here, as the free safety is low and you're getting a one high look versus Colorado. So the one high look is going to cancel out the bubble. Pre-snap, the quarterback knows the bubble is no longer an option. Post-snap, though, you have a great option in the glance. So this is what I like about this scheme. They're giving their quarterback two different options in the RPO game. One that's great against a two high look, and one that is great against a one high look. Instead of auto-billing or check with me system, they're just giving it to them in the structure of the concept. So right here, what you're going to get on the front side is a post-snap space RPO read. The quarterback is assessing the space right here. This strong safety would have to cheat it pretty bad, come downhill pretty hard in order for him to take away the glance. That's not, however, how Colorado plays their main structure of one high. They cheat over to the pass strength, which would be the right here. Now again, that is the passing strength of the offense with the slot receiver right here. He cheats that over, and honestly, going through the game film against Colorado, they did this quite a bit, so this is a great play call knowing who you're going against. Now, as far as the run scheme goes, that is a true power scheme. However, right here, if you're going to run one back power, you can only run against a 6 or less box. Right here, they have 7 in there. They know pretty much pre-snap that they cannot run the ball and they cannot throw the bubble. So the glance is going to be a very high likely possibility here. As far as the power scheme goes, it is a same side entry for the running back. So the running back's going to come right here, take a skate step downhill track. He's going to hug onto the wall and follow the wrap. And I'll go through what the wall and the wrap are in 1 second. Now, Oregon does this with a same side entry point because it's very easy for the quarterback to flip his hips and throw the glance. Other teams will do it with the running back on the backside entry, which is a little bit more difficult for the quarterback depending on the quarterback coach you talk to. I've also talked with a lot of quarterback coaches that say it's not that difficult. But again, you're going to have to be the one that teaches it if you want to implement this RPO. So whatever's easiest for you and your players is the way that you should do it. However, structurally, the scheme would work the same, whether same side entry or backside entry. Now, power is a gap scheme. That means it's going to have the 3 W's, the wall, the wham, and the wrap. The wall is the front side offensive lineman and the center all down blocking. So what you're going to get is that they are all responsible for the backside gap. So left tackle is responsible for the B gap, left guard responsible for the A gap, center is responsible for the backside A gap. So what you're going to get in this picture is all 3 of these guys going down, forming a wall. The last part of that wall is the backside tackle on power, as he's going to step down into B gap, make sure the center can get to the 3-tech before setting back or hinging back to pick up the defensive end. He knows he has a little bit of time. Now, the wham portion of this play is from the wing player. The wing player is going to come in here and kick out the Sam linebacker with inside head placement. And that's really going to create a hole right in here if everyone does their job, okay? The only person left there is the Mike linebacker. Now, he is the point in power as he is the first play side linebacker in this picture. The wrap player is a player responsible for the point, and that's going to be the backside guard on power. He is going to pull up to the Mike linebacker and block him. The running back, if the quarterback hands off to the running back, he is just reading that pull. If the guard can get him kicked out, he's going to knife right off of him. If he has to log it, he's going to just go right off his butt and really trying to stay tight. So that's the basic way to run power And right here, I think it's an excellent combination of RPOs with the bubbles on the backside and the glance on the front side. So right here, what you're going to have is a bubble on the backside of this scheme. And essentially, if they're in a too high shell, so this safety right here, if he's playing back here and the strong safety is playing more over here, that would be a too high look. And at that point, they would either need to take their will linebacker and walk him out, or you have a 2-on-1 advantage. And again, this is all pre-snap. As that safety comes down, it's clear the quarterback can cancel out the bubble. This is a non-factor, as you're going to get this going here. Now, what Colorado has shown several times is to cheat their coverage over to the passing strength in a 2x2 wing formation like you have right here. So he's going to cheat this over this one high look right here, which is going to open up the glance from your receiver on the front side of power. So essentially, the quarterback right here only has to make sure this guy doesn't shoot right here. That's essentially what he has to make sure, because he knows running the ball is going to be really difficult as you have a +1 count on the defense right here with this linebacker. Right now, they have 7 defenders for 6 blockers. Not a good box count. So as this play goes, snap the ball. You can see he's already shooting there. I mean, pre-snap, you can almost determine that he's not in a position. Quarterback pulls it and then throws a glance. Right here, you have a corner that's playing off, taking away the outside, which is perfect for a glance. This is just a great scheme right here. So now, when you're talking about power, you're going to have the front side tackle try to collect this player because he is an initial threat. You're going to have the play side guard take over the nose because the center has to go back all the way to 54, the 3 tech right here. So he's going to just tell the nose now, and he's going to come back all the way. Now you're going to have a wham from the wing player, and I really like the positioning they have of this wing. Instead of on the outside shoulder of this tackle, they put him inside on the outside shoulder of the guard, and now he has a great angle to create the space that he needs. Your tackle is going to be the last part of the wall as he's going to beat a hinge. Now, your point right here is going to be number 36. The backside guard is going to pull to number 36. And again, you have a free number. There is nobody for 53. If he were to run over the top, you'd have nobody there for him. Now, I don't know if this was a game plan decision or the left tackle just let this go. But right here, he knows that this tight end is going to the D-gap. He should have collected 91 unless it was a game time situation where they said, hey, if the 4-eye comes out, that's fine. You just track up to the point and switch responsibilities on the run, which is totally possible. And, you know, I've seen coaches do that with power sometimes. It's a different way to do it where you're switching responsibilities on the run. But some coaches think it's easier to do that than to really force this guy into this gap, which can be difficult. I've also seen some coaches, when 91 comes out like this, say, okay, I'm just going to come in here and almost run wrap right in here because then you're going to be more downhill with it. Again, numbers it doesn't really matter though because the numbers would never work for the run. You can see the space that this player gets from that corner and the easy completion. So right here we have the same concept. You have a bubble over here. Now we're getting that too high look that we talked about in the last clip, right? So now when you get this too high look, they move this will linebacker out of the box. And that's what I was talking about. Now you have 6-on-6 in the box. The run is an actual factor in this because he's by alignment taking himself out of the run picture. So you're forcing them to play 3/2 here, which is awesome. You're taking out one of their defenders. Now, really what you're going to do is you have the box count right here to run. The one player that can make it different, I guess not the one player. So the defense has 2 options at this point right here. They can either have the safety be the extra run fitter and make up the numbers, or they can have the corner with the safety coming over. And some teams will do that with the corner. It just depends on how they feel about their safety. So there's a little bit different things you can do with that as far as that's concerned. But most teams will have their safety be the extra run fitter. So as this play develops, quarterback knows the bubble's not an option. He goes to mesh, and his eyes are on this player right here. If he triggers, which he does, and then he realizes it too late, quarterback's just going to throw it right over the top of him. And just a fantastic RPO by the quarterback here. Again, not everyone will have a quarterback that can make this throw. I get that. It's how aggressive you want to be with your RPOs for the players you have and making it work for them. You can tell your quarterback to be ultra aggressive, or you can tell him to hand it off. If it's gray, to always hand it off. It's how you want to coach it, really. But great job right here. And that's putting that safety in such a bad position, in such a position of conflict, really, right here. So as we look at the run scheme, which is power, what you're going to get here is still the wham, and then you're going to get the wall right here. And really what you should get is a combo from the center and the play side guard now, because your backside tackle should overtake the 4-eye. So now you're going to get this combo by these two work into this backside linebacker. You're still going to have the same wrap player to the point, which is the first play side linebacker. You're going to be good to go. You can see it's 6 versus 6 in the box. You're good because your running back is your 7th, and he's going to run free. Now, how do they account for that? This player coming in. So we're putting this player in total conflict. He has a run responsibility and a pass responsibility, but he cannot do both. So first, let's watch this player and watch the RPO element. Right here, he comes up, you pull it, throw it right over the top of him. Now, let's watch the actual run scheme. One thing that I'll tell you, and this is a great example of it, is RPOs are horrible pass protections. And right here, you're going to see that. So what you're going to get is 65 being aggressive, which you can teach your guy to do that with the 4-eye. What you don't see, these guys' eyes should be on this player coming across here. As he comes over the top, this center should try to bump 65 off to pick this up. It's really the only way to handle this. However, you got to understand that the O-line should be and will be thinking run first. So if this player is going backside on a power play, he's not really a threat. So maybe they're taught to really stick on this guy and not worry about it. But RPOs are horrible pass protections. And you're going to see that right here. Quarterback taking a hit because of that. You're going to have to live with that in an RPO system at times. But a really great job by this wall forming. 74 does a great job. And the backside guard does a great job as well. Really fantastic stuff from Oregon.